So, when I saw that information revealed, I missed a lot of stuff, didn't I? Pokemon! 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 Hello everyone, I'm Dustin Benzel, and welcome to another Pokemon XY anime discussion. Today we're going to talk mostly about the information that I missed. If there were some summaries that I'm going to miss from this particular episode, I'm sorry. I just wanted to really make these videos really quick so I can get them edited and ready to upload at any particular time. So anyway, hope you're enjoying the new opening. I'm sorry. I really hope that I'm not going to get in trouble for that. Oh man. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the Gourgeist episode, the Mamoswine episode, and we're going to talk about one particular information that I really missed. Oh, and you know what? I kind of left it a little vague. I might as well talk about Serena's upcoming Eevee as well. Just a little bit more in detail of what I expect of Eevee and stuff. So anyway, let's jump into the Pumpkaboo Gourgeist episode real quick because there's some information that I already shared that I missed and stuff. One thing that I will note is that it's really nice that we get to see confirmation that Jesse's Pumpkaboo has a gender and a particular size. It's supersized Pumpkaboo, and it's also a female, and it becomes, or a male version of it has become attracted to Pumpkaboo. And what we see is the guy who looks like a miniature version of a real-life Pumpkaboo, basically just a human version of it almost, with the hairdo and the squat nature and stuff. He wants to trade Mawile for Jesse's Pumpkaboo, and Jesse Pumpkaboo is really excited about this because Mawile is one of the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, and she really wants a Mega Evolution. And Get TV, the Get TV preview showed us some new scenes that I will show you hopefully, and basically what we have is that Pumpkaboo isn't exactly happy with this thought of Jesse trading because we see flashbacks that we didn't actually get to see within the anime, and that makes sense because Team Rocket don't show up as much as Ash and company do, so there may have been the times where Team Rocket didn't show up. These probably would fit then. You know, one, we have Jesse being sick and Pumpkaboo taking care of Jesse, which is kind of adorable and kind of sweet. And then there's one time where I'm guessing Jesse is alone on her birthday. I don't know if it's going to be a birthday thing or whatever, or just maybe just a happy day, Jesse, or whatever. And Pumpkaboo basically brings Jesse a cake with a candle on top of it. So we get some really nice, touching bonding moments. And I think what's going to happen within the episode is Jesse is going to indeed trade Pumpkaboo for Mawile, but something happens maybe maybe in the midst of trading, after trading, and Jesse is using Mawile for a while. I don't know if we're going to see Mawile or not, but one of the summaries say something along the lines that Jesse's Pumpkaboo is taken, along with Chespin, who's dressed up as Pikachu or whatever, and Jesse wants to get involved. So I think maybe what happens is after trading, the guy comes and he takes Jesse's Pumpkaboo, and Jesse still has feelings for Pumpkaboo and wants to help it. Then all of a sudden they actually trade back or something like that, and then Jessie takes out her Pokemon and it evolves into Gourgeist. Or maybe after the trade, I don't know. Maybe Gourgeist wants to still go with Jesse or something like that, and that's what happens, and they basically trade back. Something like that I expect possibly happening in some fashion or another. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I expect that to happen, that at the very least Jesse's going to end up with a Gourgeist. Now, what I don't expect Jesse to have is a Mawile. So if there is a trade like that image that I showed you in the other discussion of this particular episode, there was two hands. One was Jesse's and the other was that guy, and they put two Pokeballs, and they were in the middle of trading, and I don't know what's going to come out of that outside of Jesse's Pumpkaboo is going to evolve. So speaking of which, just as a side note, if Ash does get Phantup, I don't expect it to evolve because they seem to be really heavily including trade evolutions in order to evolve a Pokemon to trade it. So if Ash gets Phantup, I don't expect it to evolve at all unless there's an accidental trade and they trade back quickly because they didn't know what was going on. I don't know. Anyway, I think that pretty much covers it. As for the Mamoswine episode, Abomasnow, that's it for the Gourgeist episode, by the way. As for the Mamoswine and Abomasnow episode, I don't know why this seems to be more interesting than the Rotom's Wish episode. Maybe because it seems like there's going to be maybe a little bit more Pokemon involved because Team Rocket are in it. And we might see Gourgeist. We might get to actually see an antagonistic moment with Gourgeist. I'm not really sure. It could just be because it seems like a nicer plot than the Rotom's Wish episode. But basically we get Ash and company renting Mamoswine, and you'll see a picture of Bonnie, Clement, Ash, and Serena riding a Mamoswine, I believe, or two Mamoswine. Or they're all on the same Mamoswine. I can't remember what the picture looked like, and I forgot to save it to look at it. But basically, the summary of the episode is after they rent Mamoswine to so they can take a shortcut so they can get to Anastar faster or whatever, they run into an Abomasnow that's trying to take care of a sick Snover. Ash and company decide to go look for medicine to help Snover, and then Team Rocket gets involved. I believe Team Rocket gets involved in some fashion or another. So that's basically it that I missed. There was just a little bit more information on the summary and a picture that I missed, and so if I'm not mistaken, we should be getting the Gourgeist Pumpkaboo episode this coming Thursday, the 23rd. So basically, yeah, we should be able to see a preview of that, and then I will discuss it again when we get that particular information. Then let's talk about Serena's Eevee for a moment before we talk into the one thing that I really severely missed, and it was in the description that I made in that particular video, where I had all this information involved. Now, when I talked about Serena's Eevee in the previous episode, it was basically just, and we got a shot of Serena's Eevee dancing and being fun. I think that was pretty much all I discussed in regards to Serena's Eevee when I was talking about the upcoming episodes preview. But I want to go a little bit more in depth because basically, what is it, like 89 or 90 or 89? 88 or 89, depending on how you want to look at it. That's when Eevee is coming out, the episode with Eevee in it. And basically what the preview kind of implies is that, or there is actually another shot of the magazines of just Serena's Eevee. Basically, what is the mysterious nature of this particular Eevee and stuff like that. I'm probably not going to show you a picture, but I guess I could. We'll see. If you see it, you see. If you don't, you don't. Basically, Serena's going to get an Eevee. That's pretty much confirmed without a doubt. There would be no reason for anyone else to capture Serena at this particular point. Serena is going to Serena. Wait, no. There's no reason for Eevee to go to anyone else. So basically, we did learn a little bit information about this particular Eevee that we've seen is that it's trying to do something for the Pokemon showcases. It's a Pokemon showcase related Pokemon. I'm not entirely sure. I know I addressed this before. I'm not entirely sure I agree with the concept of Pokemon Serena's catching wanting to do Pokemon showcases already. Like I said, it makes sense, but it's a little suspicious. You know, you would think at least one of her Pokemon, not counting Fennekin / Braixen, but you would think at least one of the Pokemon might be caught and maybe would seem like it might have interest in Pokemon showcases, kind of like Dawn's Mamoswine in that one contest where Dawn's Mamoswine was like really excited about Pokemon contests, and Ash and Brock noticed it, and Mamoswine was like, "Nope, I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up, shut up." You know, kind of like that, like, "Nope, don't know what you're talking about." You know, I'd like one of Pokemon to be like that for Serena. You know, maybe it'll happen with the next versions of games that come out. If they're not 7th generation, maybe we'll get something like that. But I mean, it's okay. I guess it would make sense for Eevee, but the only problem that I have with this particular concept is, even if it makes sense for Serena's character and the reasons why they're giving her the Pokemon, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense by itself. There's these wild Pokemon that are really wanting to be in Pokemon showcases. They want to be flashy, they want to do something for Pokemon showcases, but the problem is they're not caught yet by somebody. See, this is why I'm having a little trouble, having a hard time finding this, is that there's these Pokemon that want to be in Pokemon showcases, yet they're not caught by anyone. And I think it's maybe a little too convenient that Serena is capturing these Pokemon that want to be in Pokemon showcases or whatever. But maybe this thing is frequent in the Kalos region. Maybe there's lots of Pokemon out there that want to be in Pokemon showcases that end up getting caught by girls and females that want to be introduced in the Pokemon showcase. They want to be Kalos Queen, and their Pokemon want to be in that kind of concept or whatever. So I guess it all depends on the circumstances, I guess. But going back to a very early discussion on Serena's Eevee, like I suggested a long time ago when we first found out that Serena was likely getting Eevee. I don't know when that was. But maybe it was January, I think. So about 6 months ago, I made a video, and one of the things I discussed was, what if, well, no, we knew about Eevee before, I think, because we weren't sure about Noibat. I think it was between Noibat and Eevee. We knew that Noibat and Eevee were going to be caught. We weren't sure who was going to get caught, but it wasn't until the opening that aired. Oh, no, wait, no. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Some time ago, it was revealed that Noibat and Eevee were going to be caught on the main cast. Basically, I made a discussion about how I would like Serena's Eevee to be in like a town or city and just running around. It seems like this actually might happen. I know of the few shots of Eevee we found, they've been kind of in a non-city or town, but I really like the concept of an Eevee going around town watching Pokemon showcases and then being excited by it, and then it runs into Serena, and then whatever happens there will be caught. There is another possibility that maybe Eevee is not a wild Pokemon. Maybe we're getting something like Dawn's Togekiss, but in a different way. This would be different because it's not a fully evolved Pokemon, and it could just be a fairly new Pokemon, and maybe there's some old lady that has Eevee and wants Eevee to be in showcases and gives it to Serena because she can't go into Pokemon showcases because she's like too old for them or something. I guess that's always a possibility too. I'm kind of leaning more on the wild aspect of Eevee and probably being caught in an open field, forest-like area as opposed to a city or town. But I guess we'll see what happens there. I think that's pretty it. Now, Moltres is allergic to Pokemon. Pretty much it. So let's talk about the last aspect, the one that I severely missed. And even though I discussed it in other discussion videos, let's talk about Ash and Alain. Now, when all this information was revealed, you know, with the Moltres episode, the Chespin episode, and the Braixen episode, there was another shot that had TV secrets. I already mentioned the one with Eevee in it, and that's basically got Alain in it, and it shows Alain and Ash touching against a shard of glass, basically, that's seen in the opening. And they question along the lines, at least as far as I'm aware, they said, what is the secret of Ash and Alain within the opening, basically? Will Alain be in the anime? We'll have information on this in the next edition of Pokemon Fan Magazine or whatever it was that this information was found. So basically, I think maybe next month or something, we're going to get information on Alain being within the anime. Not really sure, but we'll see. Most definitely, I think, hopefully we'll also get some information on Ash versus Olympia. But basically, this is just Alain. Now, as I said in one of my other discussions in regards to Alain and stuff, and as well as Marin and discussing things, one thing that I really hope, which would be really awesome in a really cool way, to tie in Alain's Mega Evolution Act episodes within the main series is in Mega Evolution Act 4. I believe it's Act 4. I don't think we're at Act 5. And this will probably be the last Mega Evolution Act, by the way. I really want Ash, Clement, Serena, and Bonnie to be in that particular special, that Mega Evolution Act 4. Now, I know what I've said before in regards to specials or whatever, but since this would just be like a cameo image of it, I still think it would be considered a special. But I still want this kind of tie-in with the main anime series. Like, Marin hears something and goes explore, or she sees something, and when she looks closer, she sees Ash, Serena, Clement, Bonnie traveling away, and then Marin recognizes Ash as the one that she, with the Garchomp in Lumio City, because Ash was mentioned by Marin and Professor Sycamore within the first Evolution Act, so it'd be really cool to see something like that. If Alain sees Ash, that would be fine. If Alain actually looked up Ash, it'd be kind of interesting. But basically, I want Ash. It could just be Ash and Pikachu, Serena, Clement, and Bonnie could be in somewhere else right now. Maybe they're like looking for something or whatever, and maybe there'll be some more cool tie-in. But basically, what I want is Ash and Pikachu to be in the very end shot of Mega Evolution Act 4, and then directly in the next episode of XY, the main series with Ash, that's when I want Alain and Marin to really meet Ash and Clement and Serena and Bonnie. One cool idea is that Ash is looking for something. He doesn't have Pikachu, and we see this in Pokemon Evolution Act 4. We see Ash running by or something. It's noticeable or whatever. Maybe we'll hear like Pikachu or something like that. And then in the very next episode, what we get is basically a repeat of Mega Evolution Act 4, just in a different perspective. Maybe Team Rocket comes in and blasts everyone everywhere, and they all split up, and they're trying to find each other, and then basically Ash, we see it from Ash's perspective, and then that's when Alain and Marin show up or whatever. I don't know if Marin's going to be involved within the anime, because right now they're kind of separated. I'm hoping if we do see Marin in the fourth act, that she'll definitely translate into the main series as well, since she's the one that actually knows Ash or heard of Ash and stuff, maybe even saw Ash on television or whatever. So hopefully that'll be the actual case. So basically, as I'm saying, is I would really like it if Marin was in there as well. So basically, that's what I'd like to see. I want the last moments of Act 4, or some aspect of Act 4. I don't care if the last shots are Lysander smiling as he's got a hold of Xerneas or Yveltal or even Zygarde, maybe. I wouldn't mind that at all, but one shot that revolves around Marin and Alain, I really want there to be a cameo of Ash, and it's leading to the next episode, which is about Ash meeting Alain and Marin and stuff. If that doesn't happen, if we don't get something like that, I will be fine, but I just think it'd be a really cool concept to really link Alain and Ash into the same series, the XY anime series and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I do expect some sort of huge arc to happen when Alain happens, so maybe we'll get like Team Flare. Maybe the reason why Wolfric wasn't in the opening or whatever is because Wolfric's going to be a long time from now. Maybe like January or February or something like that. So maybe in the meantime we'll get like Alain arc and stuff. So I do expect some kind of arc, multiple episodes regarding around Alain and Ash, and maybe Team Flare will be introduced as well and stuff of that nature. I think this all depends on Mega Evolution Act 4. I'm hoping it'll be before the Ash and Alain meeting. I'm hoping that the anime developers and producers created it so it was like that, so that we wouldn't get any more Mega Evolution acts, because it's basically now in the main anime. So hopefully we'll get something like that. So then I expect some sort of arc. I don't know if I expect a conclusion of the Mega Evolution stuff with Lysander being defeated or Team Flare being defeated or whatever, but basically a heavy arc revolving around Alain and then it just basically introduced the Team Flare, and then few, like 10, 15 episodes later, then we'll get some more Team Flare episodes, and then we'll get some sort of resolution, probably after Wolfric, where Alain will be in there, Stephen Stone will be in there, Professor Sycamore will be there, maybe even Looker or Diantha will probably be in it as well, and then we'll get some sort of conclusion for Team Flare and the Mega Evolution Act. So hopefully that's what they're planning on doing. Like I said, if the upcoming games that are coming from Game Freak are third versions, then I really expect a huge break between Olympia and Wolfric in the League, and they could all do this before the League. Maybe Noibat will evolve against Team Flare in some fashion or other and be critical, and then Ash will go in, battle the League, and then whatever is left remaining for the 7th generation, maybe we'll get some nice, hopefully it's got development in it, filler saga or arc, possibly based on any new battle aspects within the third versions. Maybe we'll actually get like a Battle Chateau tournament thing going on, where Ash has to go to Battle Chateaus and level up, and then he has to battle other trainers that are of his same rank in some sort of tournament, and then maybe that'll be like Ash's Orange League or something of that nature. So I guess we'll have to see what's going on. I'm probably not going to discuss very much about what's going to happen for the anime unless we get some severe information on what's happening. When the next games are revealed, there will be plenty of discussion to discuss there. So anyway, I think that's pretty much. I hope I didn't miss anything. We probably are going to get VA list for the Mamoswine and Abomasnow episode, like within 24 hours probably, or 36 hours. I'm not gonna worry about it right now because I will probably discuss previews. I'll probably make when the Get TV preview comes out for the Mamoswine Abomasnow episode, I'll probably do a quick discussion of that particular episode and any new information that comes out from then. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Dustin Benzel, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.